Hello, potential friends and adventurers. I'm Em, and today we're going to talk about a new exciting method to get you to write your campaign or story or a scenario for a game or something like that, if you're stuck in one of those creative blocks. And with no effort, getting back your creativity within the day. We are going to talk about image building, as I would like to call it. Welcome to the DM table. So, if you're in one of those situations where you have gotten tired and you're unable to concentrate, maybe you've exhausted all avenues of the story that you can think of, maybe you, need to write fast, but forcing it won't get you results, at least not satisfactory ones, or you just feel like you're not getting any fresh ideas, nothing to inspire you, it's just not fun. Well, here's an alternative method I've came up with for just such an occasion that gets me excited every time to just get into it. First, let's start by picking our art resources for this method and this occasion. So you want to use perhaps either your own art collection on your PC if you have extensive art collection of pictures that you use for such occasions or something like that. But if you don't, just pick out a site that has detailed archive of quality drawn pictures of all kinds of art that you would like for your project. Perhaps usually this would be fantasy art, sci-fi art, and so on and so forth, landscapes of alien planets, flora, fauna, ruins, buildings, cities, characters, whatever it is that you feel like you would like to concentrate on. But not just that. Sort of start from scenes that you would like to see, so that you can think about them. And find some sort of site that has detailed search where you can choose art style, whether it's hand-drawn, digital, and so on and so forth. Pick which thing you want to search for, and by crossing the attributes amongst each other, you will find what you are searching for, and then scroll down fast and find something that hits you right there in the sense of there being a wonderful scene, that there is something that you can expand your imagination into. Open that one up and another one like that up and another, and open 2 or 3. Don't perhaps overcomplicate it yet at this point if this is the first time you're doing this, but if you have some experience, you'll be able to sit there for a bit and collect 30 to 50 or so, maybe, from various groups. We'll come to this anyways. You go afterwards and pick up some creatures, some characters, whatever you need. Anyways, and now you sort of stare at the picture and think about it. You enjoy your landscape, you enjoy your creatures, you think of the story and how does this apply to your world, your story, your situation that you're working on. And mind you, do pick from styles and ideas that fit within your team. Because you're not just gonna copy paste from this picture directly to what you are doing. You are going to just now get inspired for things that you haven't thought of. It'll come to you when you sort of see it in the pictures. You'll be like, oh, that armor is something I haven't considered. That style of clothing is good for my style of story, and this sort of thing that looks like a ceremony could be possibly a good thing for culture in my world, and so on and so forth. And that building, it looks perfectly like something where there would be a secret base or something like that. Then, search for more. Search for related images if need be. Or just stick to those if you found already really good ones. Sometimes people get more inspired from looking at the character, looking at their personality, from their impression of their face, or more about the character's history from their clothing and their items. Sometimes people get more inspired from looking at the picture of a landscape or something like that. Maybe you're looking at a picture of a dungeon and going through the details of what's cool and what you could implement and what you didn't think of and what you thought of but it turned out interesting or different or better here, or it didn't, but you are having an idea how to make it better and cooler and so on and so forth. Always think how to make better what you see, or get the better version from what you see. And let's not forget music. You can turn on some nice music that inspires you whilst you're doing this, especially once you've gotten the pictures. That'll sort of combine to create atmosphere. And then, say, if you're using a radio, maybe software, digital radio, a program that'll just play music from a radio station of your choice, or 2 or 3, and then you don't know what song will come up, so they're not your personal songs, they're not what you sort of recognize all the time, they don't hold anything previous for you. But if you picked the station well, it'll have some nice ones, and then you'll just get immersed suddenly by a surprise of when this all clicks. And that's where you'll have piles upon piles of story, no matter what the situation may have been previously. You may even relax and get your own creativity that you were using previously back and relax into it. Do seek what elements hype you in particular, and what you want to research, what you want to add to your story, and how you want to develop it further. And then you can create a folder of this. You can cross-reference it the next day or week later and so on, whenever you get into the mood to recheck it or compare with new ones. And you can make a collection specifically that describes that story, that world. Now, you won't probably use these pictures in front of others in at least commercial manner, but they'll serve you the purpose that you've got them for, and so can the music that you can also obtain and place there. Also, if you want to forget details, then write everything down that you're thinking as you go along, so that you have a list of points that you've noticed and things to work on. This method can be used to find completely new campaign, new story, new scenario, new quest, new dungeon, new anything, or you can even use it in the ongoing campaign, dungeon, scenario, game, or something like that. If done well, you can get yourself started from the style you have already been working on. Just need some searching and matching styles and themes and subjects and so on and so forth. And there you go, image building, an alternative method to getting a story going. I hope this has been unique, and if you think so, adventurer, maybe you can spare a click, and I could see you here next and perhaps every week. I wish you luck on your adventures, and to see you indeed again. Bye.